It was past 2 in the morning. The house was completely quiet. The only sound was the faint hum of the refrigerator in the kitchen. You turned on your side in bed, heavy with sleep, and then you felt it, a warm breath, a soft brush of fur against your leg, the edge of the mattress giving slightly. Your dog had come over, first 2 slow circles, then settled right beside you. There was plenty of room in the house, its own bed, the couch, a warm spot by the radiator, but it chose none of them. It came straight to you, close enough that you could almost count its breaths. Most people write this off as habit, or think their dog just wants warmth. Maybe it's just a bit clingy, but none of that is the real explanation. That moment, that quiet choice, is a confession of thousands of years of evolutionary coding, brain chemistry, trust, and most dog owners never find out. In this video, we're going to look at 6 things. Each one reveals what's actually happening in your dog's brain while it sleeps. But fair warning, by the time we get to point 5, you'll learn something your dog does while sleeping next to you that you'll never be able to unsee. Let's start from the beginning. Point 1. Sleep is one of the most vulnerable states any living creature can enter, and your dog chooses to do it next to you. Think about that. When a dog sleeps, it's nearly defenseless. Its senses dim, its muscles relax, its reflexes slow down. In the wild, this means death. Every instinct inherited from wolf ancestors says, hide, find a quiet corner, back against a wall, and sleep. So what does your dog do? It walks past all the safe corners in the house and curls up next to a creature 15 times its size. This isn't about warmth. It's a declaration of complete trust. A research team at Eötvös Loránd University in Budapest applied the same attachment test that psychologists use with human infants, Ainsworth's strange situation procedure, to dog. The result was striking. 61% of dogs showed secure attachment to their owners. That figure is almost identical to what we see in human babies. When your dog sleeps beside you, it's performing the most fundamental behavior in attachment psychology, seeking proximity to its safe person during its most vulnerable moment. It's not clingy. It's telling you you're the safest place in its world. But this goes beyond psychology. It's also chemistry. And what I'm about to tell you explains why sleeping with your dog isn't just a preference. It's a neurological event. Point 2. A chemical loop happening in your dog's brain that no other species on the planet shares with humans. In 2015, a team from Azabu University in Japan published a study in Science, one of the world's most prestigious journals. They measured oxytocin levels in 30 dog owner pairs during interaction. Oxytocin, you've probably heard of it, is the neurochemical your brain releases when you feel bonded to someone, the same molecule that floods a mother's brain when she holds her newborn for the first time. What they found was extraordinary. When a dog looked at its owner and the owner looked back, both their oxytocin levels rose simultaneously. Across species, synchronized oxytocin spike. The dog's oxytocin rises, making it look more. Your oxytocin rises, making you feel more love, and the loop feeds itself, what researchers call a self-reinforcing neurochemical cycle. When they ran the same experiment with wolves raised by humans, the loop never activated. This bond only exists between dogs and people, shaped by thousands of years of shared life, and physical touch amplifies it. Researchers found that just a 10-minute petting session measurably lowered cortisol, the stress hormone, in both you and your dog. Now imagine 8 hours of sleeping side by side, bodies touching. This isn't habit, this is biology. If you're learning something new about your dog right now, hit like and subscribe so we can reach more people who actually want to understand their dogs. Point 3. While your dog sleeps, its brain is doing something active. In 2001, MIT researchers measuring the brain activity of sleeping rats made a remarkable discovery. During REM sleep, The rats' brains replayed the same neural map of a maze they'd run that day. They were literally rerunning the maze in their dreams. When the same study was applied to dogs, the results matched. During REM sleep, dogs reprocess the experiences of their day. Those twitching paws, flicking ears, soft little barks. Those aren't random muscle spasms. Your dog is reliving moments it shared with you. Think about what that means. While your dog sleeps next to you, its brain is replaying your whole day together. The path you walked in the park, the treat you handed over, the moment it ran to you when you came through the door. While those paws twitch, maybe it's reliving running toward you. You're part of its dreams, not metaphorically, neurologically. And what does that mean for you? Your dog doesn't only love you when it's awake, when it sleeps, when it's unconscious. Even in the deepest layers of its brain, you're there. Every good moment you gave it during the day is playing on repeat through the night. But there's something else most people don't know. That's point 4. When your dog sleeps next to you, your sleep quality actually suffers, but you feel better. Sounds contradictory, right? Researchers from the Mayo Clinic tracked sleep data for 40 adults and their dogs over 7 nights using clinical-grade devices. The verdict: dogs objectively disrupt human sleep. They move, change position, stretching out at 3 in the morning and kicking you in the ankle. The objective data looked rough. But here's the strange part. Nearly every participant said they felt more comfortable, more secure, and more rested when their dog was in the room. How? A researcher from Canisius College found the answer after studying 1,000 women's sleep habits. They found dogs less disruptive and more consistent than human bed partners. Motion sensors showed that owners briefly woke every time the dog moved, but remembered nothing in the morning. The physical interruption is real, but the sense of safety is stronger. And there's a deep reason for that. For most of human history, we slept in groups, around fires, pressed against each other, taking turns keeping watch. Sleeping alone in a dark, silent room is a modern invention, the exception, not the rule. 15,000 years ago, when a dog lay down by your fire, it became part of the group, and it never really left. Maybe your dog isn't disrupting your sleep. Maybe it's restoring something far older than sleep hygiene. Point 5. This is the one I said would change everything. In 2024, a team from the University of Jyväskylä in Finland measured heart rate variability, HRV, in 30 dog owner pairs across 6 conditions. HRV is one of the most reliable indicators of how well your autonomic nervous system is functioning. High HRV means you're calm and regulated. Low HRV means your stress response is active. What they found: in every condition tested, dogs and their owners showed synchronized heart rate patterns. When the owner was calm, the dog was calm. When the owner was stressed, the dog's autonomic state shifted too, and the synchronization was strongest at rest. When the same experiment was run with dogs and strangers, zero synchronization. This only happens in bonded pairs. The takeaway: sleeping next to your dog isn't just psychological comfort, it's a neurological event. 2 nervous systems from 2 different species regulating each other through the night. You calm down, it calms down. It relaxes, you relax. 8 hours of unknowingly dissolving each other's stress. This isn't a feeling, it's measured, documented scientific fact. And one final thing, this may be the most important part of this video. If your dog has slept beside you for months or years and one day suddenly stops, don't brush it off. Dogs are creatures of habit. When a deeply ingrained behavior disappears overnight, there's always a reason. Sometimes it's environmental, a new pet, someone new in the house. Show a change in your schedule. Dogs are extraordinarily sensitive to change in their surroundings. Something insignificant to you can be a genuine crisis for them, but sometimes it's physical, Veterinary researchers have found that a change in sleeping location is one of the earliest signs of pain, appearing before limping, stiffness, or any other visible symptom. A dog that stops jumping onto the bed isn't just deciding it prefers the floor. It might be hurting. And in older dogs, disrupted sleep patterns are one of the most significant signs of canine cognitive dysfunction, essentially dog dementia. It affects roughly 35% of dogs over age 8. So if you wake up one morning and the nightly routine has changed, pay attention. Your dog has no words. Its behavior is the only language it has to tell you something's wrong. Now the ending. Tonight, when you open your eyes at 3 a.m. with 6 inches of mattress, left to yourself because your dog is pressed tight against your legs, remember what you know now. It didn't choose the couch. It didn't choose the rug. It didn't choose the warm spot by the radiator. It chose you because 15,000 years of evolution, a neurochemical loop no other species shares, and an attachment system that mirrors the parent-child bond, all of it points to one thing. Sleeping beside you is the safest place in its world. It's not there because it has nowhere else to go. It's there because you are its only place. This isn't habit. This is biology. You're not its owner. You're its home.